Peace and love. I actually don't even know if that's from the 60s or the 70s. Hello and welcome to the Lunchbox Reviews. I'm Lou and I'm reviewing Fear Street Part 2 or 1978. This will be a no spoiler review, so no need to worry. Oh, if you want to check out a review of Part 1, Alex got you covered. Just check out the link up there somewhere. Alright, Fear Street 1978. Let's talk about it. 1978 is a continuation of 1994, but you know, backwards, or a prequel, I guess, kinda. Part 2 is in every way an homage to the classic camp slasher films that was popularized in this era. Kinda like Friday the 13th, The Burning, and Sleepaway Camp, although I think those movies were set in the 80s. Close enough, I guess. The story revolves around the Bourbon sisters, Ziggy and Cindy, who are in Camp Nightwing, which is a summer camp composed of rival towns, Sunnyvale and Shadyside. We also get to know a little more about the beef that these two towns have. We also learn more about our witch, Sarah Fear, and her connection to basically everything. And it shows us the origin of the Nightwing killer, who was the dude with the axe in the first movie. So now let's talk about what I liked about the movie. The music. In Part 1, although I'm more familiar with the music, Part 2 did a way better job of when and where the music was placed. Part 1 was just basically put one popular song after the other, which was kind of annoying. And Part 2 did a better job of the placement of the actual songs. Another thing that I really like is that I believe Part 2 did a much better job paying tribute to the era it was actually paying tribute to. And yes, all the classic summer camp slasher tropes are there, and this movie does exactly that, while adding to the lore of Sarah Fear, who is basically the main focus on the trilogy. I also think that the acting for 1978 was just way better than Part 1. Part 2, of course, is led by Sadie Sink, who plays Ziggy Berman. You might know her as Max in Stranger Things. Emily Rudd, who plays Cindy, her sister, also does a really good job, and you can definitely feel the sisterly dynamics between the two. The characters are definitely more fleshed out in this one for sure. And lastly, the kills are pretty gruesome too. The killer doesn't hold back when he's a whacking, which is funny because he doesn't just strike once, and there is definitely more of a body count in this movie. So now let's move on to the stuff that did not work for me. One was the pacing. Although not really as bad as the first one, some parts did really drag, and it takes some time to get to where it wants to go. They also try to make you care about a certain character or characters that honestly, more often than not, you shouldn't really care about. And I know I said this is a positive, but there's also negatives, but the kills, although this definitely has more kills than the first one, it was pretty much hack and slash, while Part 1 had actually, to be honest, especially the last part, had more creative kills. There's also a kill in here where it makes you pull your hair out. Like, there is no way that person in any universe would have lived through that. But they do. And lastly, the movie was kind of predictable and very cookie cutter, and you sort of guess what's happening right around the halfway mark, but I did still actually enjoy the whole thing. Overall, I did really like this movie. If you're a fan of the old Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark from a Canadians, then you'll probably like this, because this is exactly what it is. It's not high quality horror, but it is entertaining enough. It genuinely has good moments and some parts just that make you scratch your head. Either way, it's got me excited enough to see what happens in the third movie. Hopefully that one doesn't suck. I'm gonna give Fear Street Part 2 1978 a 6.5 out of 10. But hey, what did you think about the movie? Did you like it? Did you think it was stupid? Let us know your thoughts. I'm Lou. Thanks for humoring me. You can check out all our social medias at thelunchboxtv. Michelle, I think, will be doing the review of the third one. So, you know, can't wait for that. And I'll see you later. Peace.